Hey preppers, this is the Homestead Prepper, and I am at a undisclosed location, and I've met a family that's getting into prepping, and they've seen what's coming, and one thing they're doing here is they have a well that was put in covertly, and what you're looking at right there is a 2-inch well casing, hand beaten in the ground 65 feet to the top of the limestone formation down there, and they beat it into the formation, and then they poured some grout down there, let it dry, and then they took a 1-inch pipe with a T-handle hooked to a water hose with a blade welded on the end of it, and they bored by hand through that lime rock foundation down there, and they got into a stream. And one way you can tell if you've got a good well is you can take a water hose and pour it down that pipe, and if it'll take water, it'll make water. If you pour the water down that pipe and the water starts coming out of the top of it, you don't have a good well. You're not going to get any water out of it. So that's one way you can figure it out. I have a friend who does well drilling around here locally, and he charges $24 a foot. So this prep, which would have been about, if I'm doing my math right, $1,560, and that's just to drill the well with the casing. And what he's got here is a 1-inch drop pipe about 30 feet down, and this 37 feet down, and this is just a inner tube here, and he has the hose clamps on it to keep the stuff out, and he put a gallon of bleach down there and let it set for 24 hours, and then he pumped it out, and then he put another gallon of bleach down there for 24 hours. What that does is kills any bacteria down in there, and you just pump out the chlorine, and he's got good water here. As a matter of fact, excellent water. Now you don't have to go down till you hit the limestone formation. You can go down 20 or 30 feet and you can get groundwater, but he went ahead and did it right, and this well was put in, like I said, covertly. No one knows about it, and we are in a subdivision, and everyone here is on city water, and this is going to be invaluable in case the city water goes off. And he's got a pressure tank, and he got that for free. It was given to him, and he did have to pay $168 for this half horsepower pump motor. He's got another pump motor here, which I guess is a half horse, and he's got that as backup, and that was free, I believe. And he went ahead and got a pitcher pump, and those of you who aren't familiar with pitcher pumps, is this bottom fitting right here. This is 1.25 inches, and he's using 1-inch drop pipe, so he has a fitting that's 1.25 inches that reduces down to 1 inch. Okay, and what he'll do is this thing right here will just come off. He'll pull that off, put this on here, and then attach the hand pump, and he's unrestricted if the power goes out or the municipality decides to quit sending water out for whatever reason. And a little thing about water is the government's preaching about how we're having a water shortage. Well, I think that's a bunch of bunk, and anybody who wants to leave me a comment and argue how we don't have any water, even though 3/4 of the planet is covered in water, I think it's ridiculous. The city of Tampa spent millions and millions and millions of dollars to put in a desal plant right there on Tampa Bay, and they had to use these big expensive filters, and they had all these problems. But they could have went about 30 or 40 miles to the city of Dunedin, and they've had a desal plant there for years, and they use shallow wells to let the ground filter out all the jellyfish and all that stuff, and they have some of the best water. So to me, it's all a scam. If y'all feel differently, leave me a comment. But anyway, back to his well, and another reason they've activated this well is that here recently their water bill has exceeded their electric bill, and they do not waste water. You take what, like a 2-minute shower on average? They soap up, turn, and they both at laundry, but they don't, like when I was a kid, you could take the hose out in the street and let it run the gutter. Nobody said anything to you, and it never jacked up the bill that much. But they've got this going here because they're going to start using it for irrigation. And like I said, this is legal, an irrigation well for this area. And let me show you something else they've done. Just take y'all right around here. I don't want to give away this undisclosed location here, but we're in a subdivision. There's probably about, I say about 150 homes here, and to my knowledge, this is the only well in the whole area here. And what this prepper has done is, this is an outdoor shower right here, and they have been using it, and I think you've cut your water down by a half or 3/4, something like that. I mean, a bunch. And well, here, I'll just show you. He's got little stuff here to hold it. Got the soap. You got to put the soap in a jar, because otherwise it gets well, it'll just wear away out here. And the floor shower is just a pallet that he picked up for free. It didn't cost you anything for that. And this little giddy up, this right here was given to him, and he just cleaned it up, and that was free. And he's got these fittings. I think these fittings were $2.50 each
at Home Depot.
At Home Depot, and he got a T fitting. I think he's got, and this was what, $2? $2 for that. So he's probably got like $11 in this, and we're in a privacy fenced area, like I said, in a subdivision. And he comes out here and takes a shower and saves water. Of course, I don't know if he'll be coming out here in January or February here in Florida, but well, let me just show y'all. Okay, all right. I'm trying to get my camera wet here. Turn this on, and you can see, and that's that well pump. And they've also been taking the water that they get off of that well, and they've been using it to flush their toilets with it. So therefore, more savings. And it's the county who has instigated this super high water bills, because they charge you off the sewage. All right, let's turn that off. So they've cut back on their water, and a lot of other people have cut back. Of course, not like this. And I've heard that the water company is going to raise the rates even higher now, because of people have cut back. And this is a familiar theme here. My brother-in-law worked for the City of Tampa Water Department some years ago when they had the first water restrictions. And when they implemented the first water restrictions, they told him to go bump up the pumps 5 or 10 psi. And he asked them why. And they said, just do it. Well, he got to thinking about it, and he figured it out, that the reason that they were bumping it up is so they don't lose any revenue. You know, so it's not about saving water, guys. It's about money, and trying to condition us to pay the money. So, well, just thought y'all might like this, and it's nice to find another like-minded individual. And this is the Homestead Prepper signing out.